Hey, so could you please start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your role at Main Street Project?
So, I'm Raj Sidhu. I'm the Marketing Communications Coordinator at MSP or Main Street Project. I've been working there for almost half a year now, and it's been an amazing journey. A lot of the stuff we do is helping a lot of people deal with addictions, substance abuse, and a lot of people experiencing homelessness. We try our best to get them off the streets, get them help, but then again, that is difficult because we are a low barrier company, low barrier nonprofit organization. So a lot of the stuff we do is actually extremely inclusive and connective and really good for our community members in terms of entering a shelter, detox situations, and all that.
Okay, do you mind sharing just briefly kind of how you got involved with the organization?
So how I got involved with the organization. So basically, I saw a opportunity on LinkedIn. I've done volunteering in the past with Main Street Project and other non-for-profit organizations in Winnipeg. A lot of the stuff that Main Street Project does, I really find essential to the community because it is, like I said, a low barrier organization, and basically they invite people from all walks of life, and they put a really strong emphasis on enforcing truth and reconciliation, especially in Winnipeg and Canada. So a lot of the values I really appreciated. That's what made me really interested in the opportunity for working for MSP.
Okay, so you mentioned sort of low barrier. I don't know if you've heard Light, the way one of the things we describe the way we do our work is to like basically helping people who are facing a lot of barriers and trying to lower that. So would you like to comment a little bit more on specifically that aspect and how Main Street Project actively enforces or actively lowers barriers for people?
Yeah, well, specifically, like I said, Main Street Project has it's very low barrier. So a lot of people dealing with substance abuse we welcome them with open arms because we do have withdrawal services for men, women, and non-binary individuals from all walks of life. So that's definitely something that. In terms of low barrier, that's something that Main Street Project definitely deals with. It can be dealing with all types of addictions in terms of, we see certain seasonal ones like in the winter and the summer, especially in the winter when it's very cold, people want to stay warm and that leads to more substance abuse. So they can stay warmer. And at that point, we do see more people at shelter, more people trying to stay warm. In terms of low barrier, I think that's definitely what MSP stands for.
Yeah, thank you. That makes sense. So you've mentioned substance use and substance abuse, and harm reduction is a term that is mentioned quite a few times on your website.
Yeah.
So could you maybe tell me what harm reduction means to you or Main Street Project as an organization?
So to Main Street Project, harm reduction means providing individuals the tools, services, and programs that they need to safely consume substances. Our end goal is to help people fight their addictions, but to get there, we have to help them reduce their harm by providing clean tools. Like we have to provide clean needles in terms of when they're consuming the substances, and perhaps other tools and that's mostly what our services and programs provide that we need to help our individuals with.
Okay, thank you. I guess I just wanted to ask a little bit about what are some of the challenges that Main Street Project is currently facing, if any?
Especially during the summer, we find a very strong need of helping individuals find hygiene products and always clothing. Clothing isn't seasonal. Clothing is we always need that. But especially during the warmer months, when Winnipeg is extremely hot during the summer, we need fresh clothes for individuals. We need hygiene products because there are certain diseases that you can inherit during the summer that people need to fight with cleaner hygiene products and clothing. And like always during the summer, we need water. That's a great thing that Light provides, which helps us a lot. Yeah, so I would say those two things for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up water. So the water bottles, I guess when people think about donating, water bottles aren't really the first thing that come to mind. Could you maybe elaborate a little bit on the need for reusable water bottles, or how they are helpful for the community and the individuals that you're helping?
Yeah, so water bottles, like especially water in the summer, like I said, Winnipeg is an extremely hot environment, like very, very hot in the summer. So whenever we receive these heat waves, especially in shelter, we see a lot of people suffering from dehydration, suffering from the intense heat that Winnipeg provides. So reusable water bottles, especially since we provide water fountains, showers, and washrooms, especially at our shelter, the reusable water bottles are extremely helpful for our community members and individuals. And any type of water, especially, like even if they're plastic, anything that can get people hydrated, anything that can get people healthy, that's really, really helpful at this time of the year.
Okay. So just a little bit of a different question. Is there something that you wish people knew about Main Street Project that isn't common knowledge?
Yeah, it's low barrier, especially with a lot of the not-for-profit organizations in Winnipeg. Main Street Project is one of the few that offer low barrier services. I've said this time and time again, but we do accept anyone that needs help. We don't close our door for anyone. We have a van outreach support program that helps people 24/7 with food, harm reduction supplies, and we also have a shelter that invites anyone who needs help, anyone that needs a roof over their head, especially water at this time of the year. So it's low barrier for anyone that needs it at any time of the day.
So yeah, if you could please talk a little bit about the 50th anniversary and what that means.
So the 50th, it's more so a recognition than an actual celebration, because the work that we do, we want to complete it soon. Like our goal is to end homelessness. Our goal is to help people fight their addictions, and we want that to be solved in Winnipeg. So it's a recognition more than a celebration. So the 50th anniversary would be running a lot of programs throughout the year, events throughout the year that will be directly helping MSP's programs and services. We'll be selling merchandise that each item will be dedicated to a decade that Main Street Project has been active. All proceeds go to MSP, and you just have to be looking out for that.
Great. When and where might these items be available?
I'd say within the next couple months. We're in the process of We're in the process of creating them. We're in the process of brainstorming, and they will be available soon.
That's great to know. So I guess just you mentioned that the proceeds will go to Main Street Project. Are there any other ways people can help and support Main Street Project?
The main thing that we need right now, like I said, donations. 75 Martha Street. We're open Mondays from 12 to 3, Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 9 to 3. At that point, right now we need hygiene products very badly, and clean clothing, because our community members are in need of those, and we need water bottles, reusable water bottles especially. That would be at the top of our list right now.
So you kind of mentioned some of the items that are needed right now and when and where to donate them, which is great. I'm wondering, do you also have like volunteer opportunities? Is that another way people can get involved if they can't donate?
Yeah, that's definitely something that we always welcome, especially now we are looking for volunteers. We're always looking for volunteers, because we do have events happening throughout the year, like Hope Grows Here. That's the event gala that we just had in May. We also have Into the Cold that happens every March, where people can walk and they can raise money for MSP. We also have our bike event coming up next month, or in 2 months, month or two. And then volunteers are always needed at MSP, no matter what. And it's also a great way to give back to your community. Like, it's not just helping MSP, you're also helping the community. So volunteers are always needed.
Okay, could you just briefly tell me like how people can sign up to volunteer? Is that just on your website?
It'll be on our website, and you can also email MSP as well.
Okay, great.